Hello there, welcome. You're watching our special broadcast Back to School. We get you all the details about schools opening up across the country. How are they doing it? What are the parents saying? How are the children really coping up? What are the school authorities also saying? This broadcast is going to tell you all about it. I'm Sneha Mordani. First up, Delhi schools have reopened after 17 months. Only 50% students are allowed per classroom. There will be no sharing of pens, books and lunch. Students are happy and nervous at the same time as they return to school. But is it the right time to open schools when the threat of a third wave looms large? Take a look.
After more than 15 months, Delhi decides to reopen its schools. So amid the fear of coronavirus, amid a heavy downpour since today morning, did parents decide to send their children back into classrooms? Did the students decide to come and meet their friends but from a distance? I have decided to find all of that in this special telecast as I visit a Delhi government school. Is it time finally that online education is shifting to offline? Let's find out in this special telecast today. Schools in Delhi opened its gates today to students from 9th to 12th. Staff following safety protocol by checking body temperature and sanitizing the students. Before heading to classes, a warm welcome by the teachers amid a loud cheer.
तो आपका स्वागत करने के लिए मैं सभी टीचर्स से और आपसे खुद से रिक्वेस्ट करूंगी कि जोरदार तालियों से आप सबका वेलकम बैक टू स्कूल.
For 9th standard student Aradhana, this is the moment she has waited for. Meeting her friends after more than a year of interrupted education. Aradhana has 3 siblings. The family had one phone, that of her mother. Her father is a plumber, her mother a house help. In her life, Aradhana dreams to do better.
बहुत अच्छा लग रहा है सबसे मिलके, सबको बहुत मिस किया मैंने. हमारे घर में एक ही फ़ोन है, वो भी मम्मा का है, और हम लोग पढ़ने के लिए 3 हैं, तो हम लोग को बहुत परेशानी होती थी. अगर एक को पढ़ना है तो 2 को अपनी क्लास छोड़नी ही पड़ेगी.
आपका कितनी बार क्लासेस मिस हुई?
बहुत बार हुई.
किसको देते थे फिर आप? छोटा आपका कोई भाई बहन है, बड़े भाई बहन है?
छोटे भाई को.
आज ऑलमोस्ट 1.5 ईयर हो गया है जब से हम लास्ट टाइम स्कूल बंद हुआ था. तो आज तो मैं बहुत ज़्यादा खुश हूँ और एक्साइटेड तो बहुत ज़्यादा. सोशल डिस्टेंसिंग तो अभी भी रखनी पड़ेगी क्योंकि अभी भी कोविड ख़त्म नहीं हुआ है और आज बहुत ज़्यादा मज़ा आया.
Schools opened for the 10th and 12th standard a few days ago, especially for the practical classes of the science stream students. Chemical combinations being studied amid strict safety precautions where both the teacher and the children wore masks, that is mandatory. The premises of the school being sanitized by the staff members. For the 12th standard arts student Jay Gulia, this is a crucial year, the final year of his school life. Meeting his friends are now precious moments. Careful and from a distance.
आफ्टर अ लॉन्ग टाइम मैम, जब स्कूल में हम आ रहे हैं तो मैम वो तो अलग ही मोमेंट है हमारे लिए. मैम कैसे फील कर रहे हैं दोस्तों से मिल रहे हैं स्कूल में आके, तो मैम ये वंडरफुल मोमेंट है हमारे लिए. और हमें थोड़ा नर्वस ही फील हो रहा है कि कोरोना बहुत है और हमारे घर वाले भी हमें ये कह रहे हैं कि थोड़ा प्रिकॉशन रखना, कि स्कूल में जाओगे तो डिस्टेंस बनाए रखना. और वैक्सीनेशन भी अभी नहीं हुई है मैम.
इसका थोड़ा टेंशन है कि वैक्सीनेशन नहीं है.
यस मैम, अभी है। घर वालों को तो मैम खास कर है, और उन्होंने ही मैम आज भी हमें इसलिए भेजा क्योंकि हमारा बहुत लॉस हो चुका पढ़ाई में, और ऑनलाइन भी हम इतना बेटर अंडरस्टैंड नहीं कर पा रहे थे जितना ऑफलाइन कर पाएंगे हम।
The fact is, sir, you and I have to stand at a distance. We are wearing a mask. We're also vaccinated. There is no vaccine that has come for children yet, and that is the biggest concern. So do you think there is also a responsibility on your shoulders that children that are coming are kept safe here in the school?
See, in the school itself, this is the our foremost priority always is there to maintain the safety and security of the students. No doubt it has been increasing the responsibility, but we are ready since the school need students.
Yes.
And for the student themselves, for the holistic development of the student, it is required that they should come to school. So we are ready. Me, my team, teaching staff, everybody are ready.
I was saying life of people engaged in bangle making.
Syllabus revised, friendship revived, and this time in person, face to face. Today was a test day for Delhi government schools, and despite the heavy downpour, many students did return to their classrooms, primarily because online education is still a privilege, because they do not want their education to be interrupted anymore. But while that could be, of course, a debate that is ongoing about online education, one fear that concerns us all: what if the students, the unvaccinated children, catch COVID-19? And that onus now comes on the administration, the government, importantly the families as well. And therefore, as one by one the schools start to reopen in Delhi, this special telecast to help you understand why some children have opted to return to their classrooms, and of course the fear of third wave that is looming large. In this special telecast with Sachin Chandok, Pooja Shali for India Today.
Well, parents are in a bit of a dilemma as schools open. India Today's Pooja Shali tells us about the arguments for and against on students coming back to school.
So like all school debates, even on this issue of reopening of schools, there's been a massive debate between parents on both sides. So who are for and who are against, and why? Take a look at this. Specifically, the ones who are for are saying that kids can handle infection better. And remember, this is what experts also have maintained. But the ones who are against have said that there is a very imminent threat of a third wave that is looming large. Why would you want to reopen schools so early? The ones who are for and want the children to return to schools have said there is a lower risk of severe COVID infection or infection turning fatal among kids. Remember, no data yet that children can be badly affected. However, the ones who are still against have said there is no vaccination for children yet, and therefore telling them to go to schools is deliberately putting children at risk. Why not wait and watch? The ones who are for are saying kids are missing out on critical social and development skills. These are essential years. But the parents who are against have said school safety protocols are not clear. We will not risk our child's life. But importantly, the ones who are for have primarily said that this is also about the digital divide, the most important point. Many families have to share smartphones, network, do not have access to all of it at one go. They want children to return to their classes. But the ones who are against, the ones who have the online platform, they say, who will ensure distancing and ventilation? And if we have the online platform that's been working well, why not use it? So this is for and against, specifically the government schools and the private schools that have been debating this issue.
Well, as schools open their doors for students after over 500 days in the national capital, most parents, particularly those affluent, aren't really willing to send their children to schools. They fear that unvaccinated kids going to schools is a recipe for disaster. This has further widened the digital divide between private and government schools. Pooja Shali has more.
Most parents in Delhi, from affluent families and with children studying in private schools, are not yet ready to send their children back into classrooms. With the online education platform available, many parents are asking what is the hurry to open schools. Parents feel until vaccinated, they cannot risk the health of their child and are comfortable with the online education platform. fear is that बच्चों को कहीं catch ना
Ma'am,
हो.
of course there is a fear, there is a third wave fear and everything. So of course we cannot take the risk at all. It's very good that they have given us two options. One is offline and one is online. And we are very much satisfied they have given the online. My younger one is in 8th standard and he'll take the online classes also. So as my elder one.
12th student Utkarsh and his sibling Ojasya in the 8th standard are comfortable and accustomed to the online education. Days are spent glued to the screen, but in safe confines of their home. Utkarsh attends to his worksheets online, and on some days he goes to school for his practicals.
For the school, for the proper schools to reopen, there will be a lot of teachers, there will be a lot of children. That's, I think, kind of unsafe because nobody's vaccinated. I mean, the children are not vaccinated at all.
Right now.
And the teachers are also some of the teachers are they are not, second dose is not given to them yet. So that's why I think the proper normal school is not all right, fine that.
7-year-old Hiram Upadhyay has been at home ever since the pandemic started. His father, Dr. Vinoy Upadhyay, has decided not to send their child to school even if private schools reopen. The fear that the child may contract the COVID infection. Like most parents, Dr. Upadhyay too is waiting for the children vaccine. So they are assured of the child's protection against COVID-19 ahead of the third wave.
What we have observed that over the last 1.5 years, there is a fluctuation of the course of the COVID, and also because the vaccine for the kids are still not available. So we will be more comfortable if he continues with his online classes, and when the scenario improves, we'll definitely love to send our kid to the in the school.
How many hundreds are there?
For now, the parents who have access to online education intend to continue and not take the chance to put their child at risk. With Pooja Shali and Milan Sharma, Bureau Report, India Today.